food. We love the stuff.
Wow.
Our supermarkets are stocked with produce from all over the world.
Caviar line balls.
But what do we really know about where it all comes from?
Welcome to Africa.
We'll be scouring the globe.
This is mad.
Challenging our taste buds.
Oh my God, it's an eye.
And going to any lengths to uncover the trade secrets behind the food we eat. Coming up, I embrace all things Icelandic and discover why their traditional yoghurt is causing such a stir.
Will it turn us into Vikings?
Who knows?
I find the world is my oyster in Jersey.
So these are all oysters. Oysters as far as the eye can see.
Just about.
And I wonder how they get those berries into my breakfast.
I like it. Puts a little bit of smile on my face in the morning.
Oh, well, that's all that we want in the world.
Well,
First, skyr. If you're after a healthy yoghurt that still has that rich, fatty taste, then going Greek is a popular option. But what's this fat-free Icelandic variety that's popping up on our supermarket shelves?
I've started buying that skyr. Skyr? How can it be fat-free but yet super creamy?
It's low in fat and sugar but high in protein with all natural ingredients, so but I don't know how that can be possible.
How on earth is it fat-free?
You would wonder, wouldn't you? Obviously, the thicker the consistency, you'd imagine the more fat it would contain.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Something those Icelandic people have done to it.
To find out skyr's secrets, I'm off to the land of fjords, fairies and fat-free creamy yoghurt. And my journey starts with a short trip to the coast.
It's an incredible lunar landscape out there, and it feels like I'm driving to the ends of the earth.
I've arranged to meet a skyr-eating man-mountain, Guðmundur Gunnarsson.
Good, I'm Jim.
My name is Guðmundur. Guðmundur.
He's offered to introduce me to glima, an ancient form of Icelandic wrestling.
So this is what Vikings do on their day off?
Yeah, all the real Vikings.
So tell me, what powers you guys?
I think it's mostly our diet. Yeah, the Icelandic traditional food.
Like what?
Skyr. We eat a lot of skyr.
Shall we have a little bit of a wrestle?
Yeah.
I don't want to squeeze you too hard.
Oh, okay, don't be afraid.
I'm loving Guðmundur's jumper, but he's got something else for me to try on.
What are these? Is this like Viking lingerie?
No.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like a school disco I used to be at, doing a slow dance. Let's have another go.
Okay.
Has it got a big history, the skyr and wrestling?
We have used it in many centuries.
Don't squeeze too much. Oh, your pants are coming up.
After all that traditional man wrestling, I need to get stuck into some of that traditional skyr.
The thing I can't work out, something so creamy is so low in fat.
Yeah.
What are you Vikings hiding?
To find out, I've come to meet Bjorn Gunnarsson from Iceland's biggest skyr producer.
Hi there, I'm Jim.
Oh, Björn.
The early ancestors of these girls arrived here by longboat.
This is the one and only Viking cow.
So these are the Vikings' cattle. This is what they brought with them to produce their meat and their milk. How much milk do you need to produce skyr?
To make 1 kilo of skyr, we need 3.5 liters of milk, more or less, compared to yogurt, which is just 1-to-1. And so you need much more milk to make the skyr.
With 3.5 times as much milk as normal yoghurt, no wonder it's so rich. But how can it be fat-free? Time to get our skyr-making clogs on.
So the secrets are through here?
It is.
Let's go.
First, the milk from the dairy is pasteurised. Then it's put through a centrifuge and separated.
We separate milk into skimmed milk and cream.
And why is that important to your product?
The skimmed milk is the base of the skyr.
So if they've taken out the fat, how is it possible to create that creamy taste? The next step is to ferment the skimmed milk. They use a starter culture that's centuries old.
Is that unique to skyr then?
It is unique to skyr, yeah. It's unique to our skyr.
This is it. This is what makes skyr skyr.
They may use a special bacteria, but surely there's more to it.
So tell me, what is the difference between yoghurt and skyr?
The difference is that the skyr is basically categorized as a fresh cheese.
Skyr isn't a yogurt at all, it's a fresh cheese.
Yeah, basically.
But it's the next stage that holds the key to skyr's fatty flavour, as the curds and the whey are separated.
Here we have the whey that is coming out.
See, so that one side is your skyr being formed, and the other side is the whey, the separation.
But unlike yoghurt, where most of the protein is lost with the whey, this clever contraption retains nearly all the protein.
Right, so this machine's about keeping as much protein in the skyr as possible.
Yeah.
This protein packing process is repeated until the skyr gets thicker, creamier and fit for a Viking.
So how much of this do you sell a week in the UK?
We are selling around 15,000 cups per week.
Will it turn us into Vikings?
Who knows?
Later, I sniff out the traditional perfect match for my skyr.
Take one and like smell it.
Next, oysters. There's always been differing opinions about when you eat these slippery little suckers.
Can you eat oysters all year round?
Yes.
No.
I don't know. Can you?
Have you ever had the old wives' tale that oysters are best eaten in a month that contains an R?
No, I've never heard that one. I've heard of it, but I have no idea why.
Cheers.
Oh, God.
Beautiful. The
Don't
husband
worry.
will get a good snog when I get home.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
So
Oh,
get
yeah.
the engine started.
Oh, more than the engines. My work here is done. Have a great day, guys.
Perhaps we could all do with a daily dose of oysters. I'm popping over the channel to Britain's oyster farming capital.
Any oysters down there? Hello, Jersey. Just came in on that dinky little plane there. Morning.
Good morning, Kate.
John and Shannon LaSailor are big players in the oyster farming industry.
Where are your oysters, John?
They're just down there, half a mile down the beach, so we just need a short tractor ride.
Jersey's east coast is ideal for farming oysters.
Right, this is where we work. It's a nice day at the office.
It boasts some of the cleanest waters in Europe, and a huge tidal range means every time the tide goes out, vast stretches of beach are revealed.
This is incredible. This is not what I was expecting out here. So these are all oysters. Oysters as far as the eye can see.
Just about, yes, yeah. There's about 100 tons in this area.
100 tons.
There's about 100 tons here, which would be about 1 million oysters.
1 million oysters.
Yeah.
Really?
Each of these bags contains around 180 oysters. Laid out on these oyster beds, they feed on the algae-rich sea every time the tide comes in.
Can we get in a bag and have a closer look?
Yes, of course. These are about 2 years old, and they're just about ready for sale.
2 years old. It takes 2 years to get it that big.
Yeah, they grow very quickly, though.
So what type of oyster are these?
That's a Japanese Pacific oyster.
So we're stood in the middle of the English Channel, and yet all your oysters are from the Pacific.
Originally, yes.
Japanese Pacific oysters are also known as rock oysters, and we Brits eat over 15 million of them every year.
Why do you choose to grow an oyster that isn't native to Jersey?
There was no choice. The natural flat oyster that used to grow in these waters, they died out very suddenly.
Oh, I can't wait to try one, John. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful oyster.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Let's have a little try.
We're in October, so it should be safe.
Oh, that's delicious.
Very good, aren't they?
Really good.
So what does John reckon to all these cautionary tales?
So tell me about this old wives' tale. Why is it the case that some people tell you oysters should only be eaten in a month which contains an R?
Sometimes old wives' tales have got an element of truth in them. As these summer months warm up, the oysters will spawn. It's a natural thing for them to do.
Spawning is when the oyster reproduces, releasing eggs or sperm.
And are they kind of milky when they're in there?
When they're about to, on the point of spawning, yes. They go very milky and it looks like milk. You can still eat it, it won't hurt you, but it doesn't taste quite so good either.
So historically, we didn't eat oysters from May until the end of August because they just didn't taste that good.
How come I see oysters available all year round?
Well, some oysters are bred now that don't actually reproduce, so they won't spawn in the summer months.
Huh? So if this oyster never has babies, I'm a bit confused. How does it even exist?
I think that's a question for the hatchery.
How do you produce an animal that can't reproduce? The more I think about it, the weirder it gets. John sent me to northwest France, to the hatchery that supplies him with these sterile oysters.
Bonjour.
Nice to meet you.
Jeremy Leroy and his colleagues are pioneers in the field of oyster breeding.
Look at those. Gosh, they're minuscule, aren't they? So right here, this is a sterile oyster that will never reproduce in its life.
Never.
These baby sterile oysters, when mature, can be eaten in any month of the year.
You've ultimately created an oyster, which is like a satsuma without seeds.
Yeah, it's kind of a revolution for the oyster industry.
This incredible process begins with a normal, fertile female oyster.
So you take an oyster that you'd find in nature, like this one.
Like this one, it's a female. To breed with a tetraploid, because tetraploids are males.
Tetraploids?
Yeah.
That sounds like the stuff of science fiction.
Tetraploids are genetically bred male oysters, which only produce sterile offspring.
Much like a farm might receive stud sperm from some kind of top cattle that's somewhere in the world, and you breed them together.
That's it.
These sterile baby oysters are then raised on the finest algae and held in vast nurseries.
How many oysters have you got in here?
500 million oysters inside this building.
Jeez.
At 5 months old, they are ready to be shipped to farms all over the world.
Look at those. Perfectly formed, just a miniature version.
Later, I return to Jersey to meet a maverick farmer who's bringing back a blast from the past.
I believe you want to see my native oysters.
I do.
Next, dried strawberries. I'm eating my cereal this morning, and I got a little bit of strawberry in them that are dried. How do they dry them?
Be a bit like curing meat.
You would just leave it to dry out.
Right, so you just leave the strawberries to dry out.
Yeah.
They shrivel up.
They certainly do.
They're a bit sweeter than your standard strawberry, aren't they? I think they do sweeten them a little bit after that, yeah.
So are they like raisins? They dry them the same sort of...
Yeah, they're like little raisins.
Well, they just put them out in the lovely sun and let them dry up.
Yes, they do.
I don't really fancy leaving my strawberries out in the sun. They'd just rot. So what's going on? I've come to a fruit farm in Norfolk to find out.
Hi, Matt.
Annie, nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
All right.
Now, Annie, I want to know, how do these start life?
Well, we grow lots of strawberries here on the farm, so do you want to go and have a look?
Let's go. Lead the way.
Andy Shepperton and his crew keep our supermarkets stocked for 7 months a year by growing their strawberries in over 100 miles of polytunnels.
So how many strawberries would you pick over the course of a day, then?
In a day, we can pick up to 35 tonnes in the height of the season.
35 tonne? I mean, what does that look like?
Probably the size of a football pitch if you spread them out.
Per day?
Per day.
Wow.
These berries look like the cream of the crop, so can they really be going into my muesli?
So when I look at these little fried beauties, I'd automatically think they're probably second-class strawberries.
No, if anything, it's the opposite. They want to be at the ripest. The more ripe they are, the more sugar content.
So before they become this, you need them to be super sweet?
Yeah.
The longer the berry is on the plant, the sweeter it gets. Each day, the crop's sugar level is tested.
Squeeze some juice on.
The berries used for drying can be up to twice as sweet as the fresh ones in our supermarket punnets. Andy and his team hold off the harvest until they hit their sweet peak, and then they're picked and frozen on the same day.
All right, so this is ready to go?
Perfect for freeze drying, yeah.
Back to dried strawberries. Earlier, I met farmer Andy and discovered creating a good dried strawberry requires only the sweetest berries.
So when I look at these, I'd automatically think they're probably second-class strawberries.
No, if anything, it's the opposite. They want to be at the ripest.
I'm following Andy's berries to see just how they get these succulent strawberries into my morning muesli. Diana Morris is the lady with the answers.
Hiya, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Diana, what do you do with my strawberries then?
I'll tell you what, let me come and show you.
OK, lead the way. This facility preserves food products using state-of-the-art technology, and it's all done at sub-zero temperatures.
So, welcome to a freeze-drying room.
So how does this factory work then?
So basically, we've got 4 freeze dryers on this plant, and we freeze dry about 4.5 million kilos of frozen product every year.
4.5 million kilo?
Yeah.
What, just strawberries, just fruit?
No, we do a range of things, meat, seafood. We even do freeze-dried meals.
Chili con carne, chicken tikka, there's nothing this lot can't freeze dry. The strawberries arrive from the farm already sliced and frozen.
Let's do it.
Then they're loaded up into the freeze dryer.
What we're actually going to be doing here is taking the product down to about 1,000th atmospheric pressure.
Right.
So the ice there and the water in the fruit can't exist.
You take the water content out?
We take the water content out and it gets pulled to a big ice condenser.
What now? Shut the big door?
Shut the big door, and then we turn it on.
Inside, the temperature plummets to minus 40 degrees Celsius. Then a vacuum is created that turns the frozen moisture into vapour and draws it out of the strawberries.
So, Dinah, I learned at the farm that you guys specifically require a certain sort of sugar content from strawberries. Why is that?
The higher the natural sugars in the strawberry, so the better it is for processing, because the more strawberries we get out freeze-dried and the sweeter they are.
Strawberries are comprised mainly of water and sugar. The more sugar there is in the berry, the less it will shrink up when the water is extracted.
So the sugar content makes a huge difference?
Yeah.
Andy strawberries will lose 98% of their moisture content and come out the other end looking rather like this.
So that's the finished product?
Yep, 24 hours later.
24 hours later. Right. It's like rose petals. Can I try it for you?
Of course you can.
Oh, good.
Tastes like strawberry.
It tastes like strawberry. I like it.
Indeed.
Puts a little bit of smile on my face in the morning.
Earlier, I arrived in Iceland to channel my inner Viking. And learned that their legendary yoghurt isn't quite what we thought.
The difference is that the skyr is basically categorized as a fresh cheese.
It's a fresh cheese?
Yeah, basically.
Now, fascinated by fermenting, I'm heading to a farm on the northwest coast to try the dish that's traditionally served with skyr.
Hello.
I'm Jim, nice to meet you.
I'm Guðjón.
Now, I'm here to find out about this Icelandic delicacy.
My family has been preparing it for over 400 years, so you're at the right place.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Lovely.
Guðjón is well known in these parts for his fermenting talents, and I'm looking forward to trying another Icelandic delight.
Look at the size of that. It is massive. That is a sea monster.
The local Greenland shark is one of the world's biggest vertebrates.
Wow. I've never seen a Greenland shark close up before.
It's actually a pretty beautiful animal.
Today, these amazing animals are only caught by accident when they end up in a net along with smaller fish.
So how do you turn this massive ocean beast into one of Iceland's most famous delicacies?
Actually, the Greenland shark, the meat, is toxic when it's fresh because he's built to live in freezing ocean.
Yeah.
So one of the chemicals that is toxic in him is a chemical that is similar to an antifreezer.
Early Vikings had to be self-sufficient on this isolated island. They found a way to remove the toxic antifreeze to make the Greenland shark edible.
We put the fillet into wooden boxes for fermentation for 6 till 9 weeks, and the meat, it breaks and goes from being toxic into edible and healthy.
So what's the next process?
Hanging it up. That's something that you're gonna help me with.
I must say, there's very distinctive odour coming out of your shed. Why don't you make sausages? It's so much easier. Right, should we get some hanging done?
Yes. We're gonna take the thinner pieces off, and then we see the fillets underneath. This is excellent.
This is excellent.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's done its job.
It smells perfectly. Take one and, like, smell it.
Yeah, I bet you can.
You get used to it in a couple of minutes.
Oh, just listen to this. So how long will they hang before you can actually cut them open and eat them?
3-4 months. So in the drying, you get this dark crust around it, but it still has this beautiful white color.
Could I try a little bit?
Yes, of course.
So we've embraced Nordic noir and knitted jumpers. But are we ready for their fermented shark?
Doesn't smell.
No, it doesn't smell that much.
Right, so can it open?
Yeah, look. See, there's this beautiful white color. Got a small piece here for you.
That's all right.
It's good.
But it's like a very, very strong blue cheese.
Yeah.
But with a much softer texture.
But to eat like a true Viking, I need some skyr to go with my shark meat. Go on, give us a dollop.
This is a protein bomb.
So it's just packed with protein, no fat.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre combination, isn't it?
Earlier, I discovered that oysters can now be eaten all year round thanks to a sterile super oyster.
It's kind of a revolution for the oyster industry.
But sterile rock oysters aren't the only mollusk on the menu. Back in Jersey, I'm en route to meet a chap who's on a one-man mission to bring back the original native oyster.
Nice to meet you.
You too. You too.
I believe you want to see my native oysters.
I do.
There you are.
Tony Legg has spent the last 15 years farming the once abundant European flat oyster.
Is this the original Jersey oyster?
Well, this is the same species as the original Jersey oyster, and the industry was absolutely massive. It was 200,000 tonnes a year in 1860. Because there were so many oysters to be had, fishing boats from all over the place came down here and fished, and they took the oysters away.
The Jersey oyster industry was decimated until the Pacific oyster was introduced.
Why are you so interested in native oysters? I mean, if the Pacific oysters are so easy to grow and farm, why are you investing in this?
It's two different products, it's two different things. It's two different qualities of experience.
But do they taste any different?
You get the first hit of the salt and the sea, and it's really strong.
This is where the taste, to me, lies and carries on.
That is a taste sensation.
It is.
They may be sensational, but compared to their Pacific cousins, they take twice as long to grow and cost at least twice as much.
We gotta move.
You've got to
we
move.
gotta move. Come on. Oh! The tide has come in. Tony's tractor is almost submerged. I didn't bring my swimsuit. Tony! I hope he's coming back for me.